I'm Iselle from the upcoming. It's lovely to speak to you. It's a real pleasure. Congratulations on this fantastic documentary film. Can you tell us a little bit about what it was about the story initially that made you want to climb on board and be part of it?
Of course, I mean, look, it's the greatest survival story that's ever been told. And it's a story about teamwork and ingenuity and resilience. And the Falklands Maritime Heritage Trust, who led the expedition to find the shipwreck, those were qualities that they really wanted to talk about and emphasize, and really thought that young people in particular all around the world could learn from. And that's what I think attracted us at Little Dot and History Hit to the story.
I think what is so interesting about this particular story is that you've sort of blended two worlds of modern and historical, obviously, and used AI to bring the voice of Shackleton to life. I mean, is that just a superb, sort of amazing feat for you to kind of accomplish that and bring it to new audience?
No, thank you very much. Well, I think the two stories have a lot of differences, but also a lot of similarities, especially about again, those qualities that were needed to, in the first instance, survive in 1915, and then to find the shipwreck more than 100 years later. And I think we wanted to draw out those similarities as well. And a lot of the techniques we used were intended to do that, both bringing the voices of the original crew to life through the AI, as you say, also colour treating the footage. And we're very grateful to the British Film Institute for allowing us to do that. And hopefully they draw out the parallels between those two stories.
And obviously it's been a kind of a big collaborative effort between lots of producers and directors. What was that kind of team effort like? What was it like to work to bring this to screen?
It's been wonderful. We've had many different partners. I mean, during the expedition itself, which we were covering on our social channels, we worked a lot with the Royal Geographical Society and Reach the World, who are the educational partners on the expedition. And that was wonderful in terms of reaching young people with it. And then working with National Geographic documentary films has been terrific, and many other partners on it. And I think each of them has brought something different, and hopefully people like the film. It's testament to how many people have all been very generous with their support of it and given us input and given us insights that we've tried to draw together into the story.
And can you tell me some of the challenges that came with filming? Obviously, the Antarctica is not a particularly pleasant place for most people to go. So what were some of the challenges making this documentary?
Yeah, I mean, look, we had an incredible team out in Antarctica filming the original expedition, who worked in, real kind of, extreme conditions, and didn't just sort of do a serviceable job. They captured it beautifully. And it's not easy. I mean, you literally have camera equipment freezing up. That's one of the challenges. But again, that's one of the parallels to the original Shackleton expedition, that Frank Hurley, the incredible kind of filmmaker who was on board that expedition, was dealing with those same challenges. So, throughout we've seen these kind of parallels. And then I think the other biggest challenge was the one that you identified. It's knitting together those two stories and finding the common themes between them and finding the points in the film to kind of jump between them. And Bob Eisenhart and Simona Ferrara, our wonderful editors, have done an incredible job in finding those moments that you can kind of switch between the two different periods.
Oh, well, thank you so much for your time. Enjoy your premiere at the BFI. Thank you so much. Thanks for speaking to me.